Now, listen, the Titans, that is not the problem with them. Their defensive line
is the problem with the Titans.
They can't cover anybody.
Now, here's the problem with the Titans. Listen. I'm going to tell you.
Kerry Collins is a problem? Yes.
Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you what the problem with the Titans is. Listen.
Tell me what the problem. I'm listening. Tell me.
Kerry Collins. Okay, they started out 10-0 last year, right? Everybody got all excited. The guy's always been just an average quarterback anyway. So they was 10-0. Then at the end of the year, they went 3-3, lost in the playoff game. They're 3-4. Then they lost 5 more this year. They're 3-9 in the last 12 games. So totally, he's 13-12 in his last 25. He's a 500 quarterback. What are you crying about?
Right. Kerry Collins isn't great, and they did give him a few. They gave him a couple options in the offseason, but yeah, anybody that was one thing we have gotten right during the summertime. We said Kerry Collins, the expectation that he's going to repeat what he did last season is unlikely. It has more to do with the fact that for whatever reason the secondary is just being cut to pieces every week. And by the way, they still haven't won a game. It's remarkable to look back to that opening night, that Thursday night game. If Baronis makes a kick there, then maybe the entire season looks different. Maybe they would have eked out a victory or two, in those early weeks, and things would look different. So anyway, all right, we're, Redskins, for me, and you two both take the Chiefs there, plus 6.5. Jacksonville Jaguars. Abysmal effort last week. They're now 2-3, sort of in the same camp as the Texans. Neither one of those teams is going to catch the Colts in the South, but it's not must win. But at 2-3 right now, you go to 2-4 with the teams that are likely to be in the wild card mix, namely those three North teams are the Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers. Let's say that all three of those teams are vying for the division, and then the other two are going to be right there for a wild card. Then you have the Jets, the Patriots, and the Dolphins look really good. I wouldn't be surprised if that's no illusion what they've done the last couple of weeks, and if they're a good team. So anyway, you can't go to 2-4 for if you're the Jags or the Texans. The Jags are hosting the lowly Rams. They're giving 9.5. I say take the Jags at home. How say you, the Ed?
I saw earlier today the Rams, the odds are 4-1 that they aren't even going to show up for the game.
Oh, wow. Wow, it's that bad for them. It's that bad.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I say Jaguars 31, Rams 13.
Jaguars, that's how you say it.
Jaguars. Jaguar, BMW, Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, like that. You got it. You hit it. You got it pretty close. The Sass?
I'd take the Jaguars if the spread was 20. So.
All right, yeah. I do.
All right, I'll take them. I'll take the Rams plus the 20. $10,000 right now, Ben.
Is that a bet, the Sass?
No.
You're not going to make that bet. All right. Well,
I got no money. I got no money to lay on the table.
And by the way, we're now 5 weeks in. It may be time to start tracking the Terror Bowl or the Toilet Bowl or the Loser Bowl, whatever. The two worst teams at the end of the year should play for the first overall draft pick next year.
As it goes now, you might have a 4-team playoff.
It really is close, but if we had to declare them, if it was the opposite of the BCS and it was just we had to rank the worst teams, I think I would go Rams 1. The Bills losing to Derek Anderson when he goes 2 for 17. They might be right there. Yeah, it's too tough to call. I definitely know the Rams are one of the two worst teams in the NFL right now. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers in Heinz Field against another terrible team, the Browns. The Steelers, what a number this is. 14.5 they're given. I say that's not enough. I'm taking the Steelers at home. The Sass?
I'm going to go with the Browns. They played 2 competitive games in a row.
That is true. They did have the Bengals beaten in that game, and, they say that field goal wasn't good. That should have been a tie, probably. That game should have ended in a tie. But you're right. Yeah, they were in the last 2 games. I definitely, though, like the Steelers to explode for a number of reasons. And, the Ed, how say you?
Well, I need Derek Anderson to do good for my fantasy team. But, I want to say the Browns put up 50 on them, but I just don't see how.
So you're not even starting Derek Anderson. Won't that frustrate you to see him do well after you bench him?
Well, I might have to start him if I think Steelers 36, Browns 10.
All right, yeah, I think a blowout there, and, Bruce Arians, the offensive coordinator of the Steelers, kicking himself after the game for going away from the run and trying to throw the ball a little bit too much there. Today, he won't make the mistake this Sunday. He'll just pound them.
Parker back?
He's back as well, yes.
He had turf toe.
He did have turf toe. Have you ever had that?
Nah, one time my toenail fell off, though.
You told about that. Yeah, what exactly happened?
Well, with the bow and arrow?
Yeah.
That thing hurt so bad.
What exactly happened with the bow and arrow?
I don't want to talk about it. It hurt.
Okay. It hurts just to talk about. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Seahawks.
Sometimes I can feel it, and then it hurts.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to recall that unpleasant memory. But to be fair, you're the one who brought it up. The Seahawks are at home after a huge victory last week. They're 2-3, giving 2.5 to the Cardinals. Going on a hunch here, we haven't seen much of the Seahawks with Matt Hasselbeck. Up and down stuff from Kurt Warner. I'm going to take the NFC champions. I'm going to take Kurt Warner and company plus the 2.5 going into Seattle. How say you, the Sass?
No, I like the Seahawks in that one.
All right, fair enough. The Ed?
The first game of the season, Hasselbeck, he played.
Matt Hasselbeck.
They won on a shutout against the Rams, right? Like 20-something to nothing.
That's right.
Then he got hurt.
Right.
Hasselbeck comes back last week. 41-0 again they won.
So are you picking a shutout?
Seahawks 34, Cardinals 26.
All right. Well, we'll see. Listen, that's sound logic you're applying there. Philadelphia Eagles, another huge number, have versus have not. Eagles are at Oakland, and they're giving 14.5. Oh, the Sass, things are bleak, ain't they?
Yeah, you want to talk about have-nots? I think the Raiders are right there with the Rams for the worst team in the league. I don't know if they're quite as bad as the Rams. I gotta take the Eagles in this.
It's amazing that offense. Donovan McNabb comes back from injury and is just dynamite again. A lot of weapons on that offense. I don't know how the Raiders are going to come by enough points to offset what McNabb and company will do. I say Eagles minus 14.5. The Ed.
Here's what I say. Listen.
I'm listening.
All right, listen. This game with the Eagles and the Raiders is going to be a showcase game for that Michael Vick. Because I think the Eagles going to get up like 35-0. They're going to put in that Michael Vick guy, and he going to boom away and get a couple more touchdowns, and then Al Davis going to have to get that guy and offer the Eagles some crazy amount of something before Tuesday's deadline.
Well, they don't have any first-round picks to give away anymore, do they? Oh, no, I guess they gave away their 2010, or was it the 2011 pick they gave up for Richard Seymour?
And you know what? Al Davis ain't got a lot of years left. He'll give all his picks up to 2030. He don't care.
Well, all right. Well, so we'll look for Michael Vick having a big game in Oakland.
How far in advance can you trade first-round picks anyway?
That's a good question. Right? It would seem like a weird move. I don't think a GM would feel motivated to trade to say, hey, I just got our organization the first round draft pick in 2021, because it's unlikely he'll be there to make that pick. It's a good question though. I imagine you could do it well down the line if you wanted to. All right, so
I'll give you my pick in the year 3019.
Yeah. That would be really getting silly. But you raise a good question. Jets at home against the Buffalo Bills. The Jetropolitans are giving 9.5. No brainer here. Dick Duran's bunch is falling apart here. I'll take the Jets at home. They got to redeem themselves a little bit. They're in that, same as the Ravens. Little 2-game slide here. They got to get back on track here before it becomes too nasty a trend. I say Jets at home. How say you, the Ed?
I say the Jets 28, the Bills 17.
Okay.
T.O.'s finally got to get a touchdown. He's finally got to get something. Uh-oh, the baby's knocking at the door.
Uh-oh. All right, let's tell baby you're doing serious business
here.
Hey,
little baby, I'm doing something serious. Do you have Coke? Nope, I don't got no Coke. We sold out. You got any money? No. Hey, do you know who the Dave is? I need to get him. Do you like the Dave? No. No, he's pretty, I need to get these. All right, you got to go. Listen. Hold on. All right, well, you got to go. We got important business. All right? You gotta go.
I'll tell you what that says to me. You know, you always hear about that hate is taught. It's not something that that is intrinsic in the human instinct, is that someone has to teach you how to dislike. Your little child, I've never met the baby, and he doesn't like me.
Yeah, he said he don't.
Well, so because how would he know to dislike me unless you told him to dislike me?
I just asked the kid a question.
All right.
Listen,
Wow.
Do you like the Dave? No.
Well,
I'm sorry.
My point is made. The Sass, what's your
He's
pick?
totally educated.